Okay, it's Roger, Mud Fossil University one more time, and today we're going to be talking about the new discovery of the what we think may be the white naga. And it was discovered, well, it was found in Mount Shasta area up in Washington State, United States. Now I'm going to show you what it does look like, but this is what we have found in history, that one of the mud fossil people, oh boy, I wish I remembered her name. So everybody's been so good about contributing to this and showing things that they find, because who could do it all? Nobody could do it all. You know, I do very little, to be honest with you. People who send me this, send me that, da, da, da. I'm like Ripley's Believe It or Not now. It's kind of exciting, to be perfectly honest with you. But let me show you what we're basing our discovery on. You know, this is a Kim Montgomery. Now hold on one second. All right. Well, obviously this is a decapitated naga, if it was a naga. If you understand mud fossils, you understand that skin thickness and where it is on the body has an extreme effect on how it turns into mineral. And this, you can see, this is the eyelidish stuff, and then the eye is a different type of material. Any of the creases and so forth, and the lips and things like that. Now, I don't know what to say. That's what we see. Now, I'm going to show you what it was sliced off here. Now, you see this? This is like a crown. We think it's a hood. Kim thinks it's like a hood or something, and it could very well be. And also, the other thing, the naga, it has hair. Now, and when I look at the front, there appears to be little, almost like hair plugs all along. This is something that needs to be looked at. But, and this is going to have a deep effect on a lot of people's lives, really, and their spiritual beliefs, because this is not something that anyone's expecting, and I understand it. And the earth being made out of creatures, nobody expected that. And Gaia and the Titans and all of that business, totally unexpected. And the religious people, Christians and so forth, they believe in creation and everything, and I do too. And I believe in God, their God, 100%. And I believe in Jesus as was the Son of God. And I don't just believe that because I just hope it. I believe that because I have the chemistry to prove it. Literally prove it to me. I don't know what you think. But with the words written and the chemistry that I understand, I see no possibility that it didn't happen. And I'm going to do a timeline on all of the events leading from, as far as I know, Gaia, which was written by Hesiod and Herodotus and all of those guys, Plato and Socrates and Solon. They knew this stuff. We thought they were fools. Oh, they wrote poems. They wrote poemetically. That's a new word I just made up. And what that means is that, you know, there's little sayings, little quippy sayings that people pick up and say, oh, yeah, that means something. Well, people don't listen to big, long dissertations like I do. Nobody even pays attention to me. You know, if I just made little rhymes and had a little kitten showing this stuff, I'd have millions of hits. See, a guy the other day squished a roll of toilet paper, he had 2 million hits. It's insanity what we think is important in life. And I mean, I laugh, but I can't. It's really sad. Anyway, let's because this is going to impact your life. I don't care who you are. This is not going to be something that you're going to swallow like nice clean water. This is going to be something that's going to be a hard swallow, my friends. So, if you believe in certain things, you're going to have to open your mind up and accept what you see and think how it affects you. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it affects anyone's religious beliefs that I know of, because at a certain point, the world was cleansed of all this stuff. And then the Enlightenment started, but then there was still a bunch of bad guys around, and they're probably still around now. And you know, who knows? They could be after me, they could be after you. But that's just the way it is. you have to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. Once you don't tell the truth, once you lie, once you're dishonest, then everything's fine. You can turn your back on everything. And that's what's happened. Okay, this is the underside of the neck, and I'm going to show you. It's pretty well articulated. Kim did an outstanding job of working with me to get these pictures so that we could understand what's happening. Because without the moisture, without the particular lighting, you really have a very difficult time making out the features, especially in like where the neck leaves itself and these different blood areas and the vertebra or whatever this thing has. You see these in here? I'm going to go in a little deeper with this shortly, but I did want to mention something else. It's the colors of the blood. You see the black and the red. We know that. But another thing I want to show you, see this stuff here? She made a doll outfit for the head so that it didn't scare her. And she makes absolutely fabulous dolls. If you want to get some really fabulous dolls, I think she makes them like a designer thing. But anyway, that's her business, and she could take care of you. If you need a doll, just talk to my friend Kim. Now let's look at this thing a little more carefully. Look down here. You see this? Well, here, let me back. I see you can see it. You always, here's what and whenever you're doing mud fossils, any of this stuff, the lighting, absolutely important. And then when you want to get like these kind of things, you got to plane a light across it a little bit, like you do in a graveyard to pick up the letters on these old ones in New England. We used to do that. Now, then you look for the blood. The red is the arterial, the black is the vein blood. Now, I don't know why it's all black on the outside. It might even be mold on this particular one. I have no clue. She's had it out in the woods. So that is a very distinct possibility. Now, this is what I want you to see. Here's the chin facing forward this way, okay? Well, actually down this way. Now, this is just, it's the neck. It's the guy's neck. You could run your finger right across your neck, you're going to have a hole going down your throat. Now, you see this and this? You're going to think I'm crazy, but I think that's the guy's tongue. I don't know what it is. It looks like a tongue to me because that's what it comes out. And I have other people sent me brains. Well, never send me it to me, but show me the pictures of it. Have actually tongues. And maybe I'll show you that if I get a chance. But anyway, this is what you look for. That hole in the center of that thing, it just didn't fall on there by accident. Same thing over here. Now, and she's got another shot showing the blood vessels and everything. So I am saying this is 100% certified in my mind. There is the articulations. Take your time, sit back, look at it close. All right? Don't make any instantaneous, spontaneous, combustive denials, which seems to be the way of the world. Now, you see this? This is these like melon-headed things coming up around, and it goes on the other side too, up to that hood. Very, very, very strange. And there's two other videos about this already, so I'm not going to go much further with this. But I see no possibility that this is not real. This was a creature. It was doing something, slithering around, running around on four legs. I don't know what it was. It might have been flying for all I know. Because there are things that nobody in the entire world would have ever expected. And you have to deal with them. You cannot walk away from them. That's what's happening. And again, and let me just make one mention, because I go off on like preaching, and I don't mean to do that. I really don't. I mean to tell you the things that I found, and because of the things that I found, I think I need to tell you what they mean, and what they mean is pretty preachy. I mean, it is. It's just the nature of the discovery. It's your eternity. Wake up. I'm not telling you about some monkey bone. I would whiten my robes. Everything that's been written seems to be real, and the things that are written point to the fact that things are cases about to close. And I'm just telling you, think the way you want to think. I'm thinking the case is closing virtually any day now. And if you have any reservations about the way you live your life, you should re-examine them today, my friends. Here I go, preachy again. That's the way it's going to have to be. It just falls out of my mouth. I cannot stop it. I don't mean to hurt anybody or insult anybody or assault anybody's religious or spiritual beliefs, but I'm just going to say what I have to say because I got to say it. And I said it. Go to Mud Fossil University. Just look at this. Look at what you got. Think of. I'm not telling you to think of anything. You have free will. You can just laugh at me, which a lot of people do, and that's okay. It doesn't affect me. But you know, I'd like to be considered sane at some point in my life. But other than that, it's I know where I'm headed. I hope. I try to do what I can. You know, I'm absolutely not perfect. Let me tell you that. As perfect a person could be, I have been. All right, so don't think I'm talking like I'm a big shot. I'm just hoping to get where I gotta go. Just like Muhammad Ali said, I'm just hoping to get to heaven, brother.